Next time on Boat in Canal.
Boat
The prophecy.
in Canal.
It's coming true. Kiss me, you fool. I'm
Oh
beginning
my
to think you
God.
don't want to get the boat free. Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Laurel.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. There's only one way this was ever gonna go.
Oh my God! I love this. This is great. To be continued right now. Hello YouTube and welcome to a very, very long video. Well, the video is 1 hour and a half. I have no idea how long it's going to be by the time we're finished watching this. But if you're here, buckle in, get something to drink, and make sure that you have the time to watch it all. Also, like, comment, and subscribe because it does help with the algorithm and it means a lot and I appreciate you. Let's get to it.
This video was made possible by Saily and some very patient people over at Patreon. Okay, music fades in. My friend, let me weave you a tale of a windswept night beyond the old Egyptian sands.
I'm liking the intro
where
already.
The water plays coy with the shore, and the coy are sure to play in the water. Where the desert wolves make love to the moon.
Is this dude or Lord of the Rings? He is really doing a storytelling thing. Also, as a side note, as a Romanian, every time he says koi, I'm like, testicle? Because that's what it means in my language. And I'm like, okay.
Exterior day. This is the Suez Canal. Undeniably, Egypt's most famous body of water. Nothing bad ever happens here.
A nice joke. Nothing bad ever happens,
Except for
yeah.
that one time.
Or that other one time, yeah. That many other
Okay, so
times,
there's a ship,
yeah.
and it's called the Ever Given. And it's going up the Suez Canal really, really fast, probably.
Okay.
And you think that, well, the Port Authority would call up, and they'd be like,
Captain, you are going way too fast.
but the captain, he's wicked sick cool. So he's like,
They're just jealous of my passion for going fast through critical trade infrastructure.
Increase speed.
Increase speed!
If you will not slow down, prepare to meet the full might of the Egyptian
Need for
military.
sail, alright.
2 of Egypt's fastest fighter jets scramble on the runway. But the captain kept adding power.
Faster! The people of Europe need these Chinese knockoffs of European goods.
And they got all sorts of technology to go like top speed.
Don't go
Let's
faster.
whip.
I beseech you.
But everyone on the crew was loving it. Yeah, go faster.
Need
But
for
then-
sail! Let's
Look
go!
Someone left a ramp in the middle of the canal.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
Afraid!
It was at this point that the captain chose to do a wicked sick
Bam, bam, bam.
lens flip.
Let's go!
But they overshot it. They were
Oh,
gonna collide
no!
with a gently sloping sandy bank.
Uh-oh.
They threw
Oops.
on the handbrake.
Drop anchor! Brace for impact!
Oh
But it
my
was too
God!
Collision. Literally everybody
Boom.
died.
Sad
Ever given,
music.
Ever taken away.
Oh.
That'll do. Alright, see you in a year. What do you mean it's not long enough? Wikipedia, ChatGPT. Add the music. They love that. A reaction GIF? That's a good one. No, this video is too good. Dial it back a little. Okay, let me start again. I'll do the phony voice too. Better. Okay, so here's what really happened.
The following is based on true events. However, Most details come from secondary sources. While some conversations were recorded, including the VDR data of the ship, almost none of that material has been made available to the public. So I took a few liberties to fill in the gaps. All characterization should be considered fictional, non-reflective of real people involved, or interpreted for storytelling and entertainment purposes only. Also, we play pretty fast and loose with certain details or order of events. Be cool and please don't bother any of the people involved in the Suez incidents. We're here to have a good time. And no, I did not speed that up. I just read it. Everything is
This
great!
story
Act
begins in
1!
Malaysia.
Oh, nice!
Of course, you already know, but that's this one over here. And at a port named Tang.
Oh my god! Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. I love him for that.
Jong Palepus is the container ship known as the Ever Given. The last of the cargo is loaded onto the ship, and the captain of the ship, Krishnan Kanthaval, is there with his crew.
He's there with his crew. The crew comprises of 20 Indian dudes who do everything from navigation to engineering and maintenance. There are photos, but I felt unnecessary to show them here.
Of 20. Hello. At this point, Kanthaval probably said something like, "All right, the
Amazon.
boat's tummy is all full of cargo. We're almost ready to get going." So Evergreen, the operating company of the ship, would have called ahead and booked passage for the ship. Yes, one adult ship ticket, please. Large. How many containers? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this guy at the operating company is on the line to the Suez Canal Authority. And they are in charge of all of the operations of the Suez Canal. All right, thank you for choosing Suez Waterways. You are scheduled for March 23rd. You are 922nd in queue. All right, we've got a
Oh
Max
my
container coming
goodness.
through on March 23rd.
We
Pulling up
put the
stats
cannon
now.
canal.
The Ever Given, one of the largest container ships in the world. Over 400 meters long, 60 meters
Sheesh.
wide. Only 10% smaller than the world's largest aircraft carrier. Able to
Damn.
carry over 20%
Damn. What the heck?
smaller than the world's largest aircraft.
Not to scale, the USS Gerald Ford is actually smaller lengthways than the Ever Given, but it's a bit wider in some parts, so it's larger overall. If we use the more accurate visual scale, it would look deceptively smaller.
Aircraft carrier. Able to carry
Okay.
over 20,000 of these shipping containers. Here's a guy in a sandwich for scale.
The carry capacity is measured in TEU, 20-foot equivalent units. What kind of measurement is that? These are the smaller size containers pictured here. Most containers are 40 feet, twice as long. It would have closer to 10K standard container worth of carry capacity.
All right, navigator, helmsman, Jim.
Dang.
Let's get going. We wouldn't want to hold up the other ships. With a teary goodbye, the Ever Given sits sail.
Ever Given starting point was Shenzhen, China, and made a stop in Malaysia before heading to the Suez.
From Malaysia and makes course for the Netherlands. Let's go to the map. Malaysia, and you already know, but the Netherlands is over here. The route's so simple, you just go from here over to... Oh. We're blocked by Africa, sir. Should we just head back? Don't worry, I know a shortcut.
Oh
Head into
no!
that inlet. It's called the Red Sea. Captain, it's blue. I know.
Colorblind people, am I right, chat? Am I right? Also, why does it look like a slit?
A bit over a week, the Ever Given cruises all the way to the Red Sea.
Look at it. Just look at it, chat. Just look at it. Am I imagining it?
And on the way, someone on the crew points out Djibouti and says it aloud. Djibouti, because it's fun to say. It's a great time to be a cargo ship captain, I can tell you that. Captain, we've got another problem on the sat-nav. There's more land in the way. How are we supposed to get through an obstacle like this? Should I just head back? Now, if this was 1868, Kanthaval would be in big trouble. But luckily, in 1869, someone happened to dig a big channel right from one side of this isthmus to the other, and filled it with water, they did, which meant that ships no longer needed to circumnavigate Africa.
Bum, 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 bum.
It's nothing personal. It's a geographic thing. Late that evening, the Ever Given arrives at the Gulf of Suez.
I love how auto mode actually prevented this. There's Djibouti and then there's the clit. Oh, that's a good comment right here above.
Here on the map, it's a big open area for ships to park.
Oh.
And there are ships everywhere, sitting idle, waiting for their turn to pass through the canal. Now the helmsman is kind of driving, looking for a place to park and drop anchor. But then, something captures his attention. Hey, what's that mysterious-looking ship over there? It looks abandoned. MV Aman. MV. Do not speak its name, helmsman. Why not? Look, there's a spot. That's a handicap. They park the ship, drop anchor.
Oh my god, the parking zone was E16, if that's interesting to anyone at all. Thank you.
Drop anchor and radio in to the Suez Canal Authority. Thank you for joining the queue. Typical wait time is a few hours, up to 1 business day. Why do we have to wait? Why can't we just go straight through? Because we've got rules here at the canal. A big book of them. No running, no dive bombing, and blah blah blah. Somewhere right on the back of the manual it says, all vessels entering or leaving the canal must have a pilot.
What?
And in fact, a ship as large as yours needs 2. These pilots are employees of the Canal Authority who understand the perils of the route. Kind of like a consultant to the captain. And they stand around
so
going,
guide,
yes,
not an actual
go
pilot.
Turn coming up here. Watch out for the geese. So just stand by for a while, yep? Alright, nothing to do till this pilot arrives. Guess I'll take a little bit of me time.
Like a navigator.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And so just after midnight, Cantheville heads back to his quarters to take a nap.
Byron. The posters.
Quite a cozy
The posters in the offices are very funny. They're all like so silly.
scene, wouldn't you say? But all is not well on the Ever Given tonight. There seems to be some trouble.
Uh-oh.
With the weather. 2:30 a.m. Cantheville wakes up. Outside is the loud rattle of shipping containers sparring with the wind.
Oh my.
Loud enough to capture Cantheville's attention. Rah-rah. He dashes up to the bridge. Alright, what's the status on it being really, really windy outside? The wind is up to 35 knots, but the Ever Given is fine and the anchor is keeping us held.
D.
Alright, it sounds like I can head back to my quarters then. Wait, Captain. I think we need to move the ship. Yeah, those guys are getting closer and closer to us.
Oh,
We're surrounded by ships
shit!
like the Al Nasriyah. Their anchors can't withstand the wind, and they are being dragged about.
Oh no!
We need more buffer, or there's risk of a collision. Good thinking. All right, duty engineer, prep the engines. Aye. The ship kicks to life. The helmsman steers the Ever Given to get further away from the other ships. This whole thing might be cancelled. Port control. Although this waiting area is delightful, the weather outside is very frightful. Is past.
No! I want to sing the song now! No! Why you do this to me? And although the weather is delightful...
through the canal still happening. Not cancelled.
Monday morning traffic.
Hold position.
Just sing.
Your pilot is
Keep
wrapping
it
up
chill.
and will be on his way to your vessel soon. They're making us wait. Captain, if we're struggling not to hit ships in this big open area, it's going to get pretty dicey when we have to navigate through a narrow channel like the Suez. Yes. Although you should have said, spoiler warning.
Oh my god!
Coming up next on Channel ad time.
Let it
Welcome back
go,
to
let it
Raising
go,
Saily.
let it go.
I'm Saily Man, professional traveler and eSIM user. Finding tourists to get them huge
I
savings
gotta
on an
say,
eSIM
I
plan.
love this so far.
It ain't for the faint of heart. But if there's one thing I've learned in all my years, when they're traveling, they need data.
I can't get an Uber. I didn't sort out my data before I left.
Got another one? Try
Oof.
this. First we download the Saily app on your phone. Then we choose how much data we want and where. Then we add the code Internet Historian for 15% off. And don't forget the most important
What a
part.
coincidence, I'm leaving for Japan, chat. Perfect
I just
ad
gave
for
your phone
me.
international data using the Saily app.
Thank you, Saily Man. Very cool.
So download the Saily app or scan the QR code on the screen now and use the
Sorry, I was
code
just drinking
Internet
some water.
Historian to get 15% off at checkout.
It's so beautiful here in the hills of Switzerland. If only I could listen to podcasts in the background.
Here comes Saily Man. Over 200 destinations, 24/7 live chat support,
Saily Man.
and no physical SIM or roaming fees.
My
'cause
goodness,
it's just
Saily.
an app.
Could I have my phone back, please?
At Saily, family comes first and data comes second. Data comes first. They're both tied for first.
Tonight on Raising Saily.
Anyone can get Saily. Guess what?
Saily.
Sorry, I have a boyfriend once.
All regular.
I have a presentation in 15 minutes at the UN Security Council, and I didn't download the slides. Without this presentation, I'm worried they're going to nuke North Sentinel Island again.
15 minutes to go and he hasn't got the slides.
I'll be the guy who started the next world war.
So he slided in
10
Saily's
minutes to go and he
DMs.
hasn't got the slides.
History will not look kindly on me without those slides.
Here comes Saily. Now you have 10 gigabytes of data on your phone, cheaper than most phone providers.
I love you, Saily Man.
Hush, little one. I saved it.
The Saily app really saved me.
This truly was our darkest hour. But we
Yes,
prevailed.
we
It's
sailed
not an
through.
easy job, but Saily gets me through.
His ads
download
are
the
so
Saily
over
app
the
or
top,
Scan the QR
man.
code on screen and use Internet Historian as the code to get 15% off at checkout. Get some damn data on your phone, why not? Ad over. Some time has passed. We're back on the bridge. There's the helmsman. Captain's gone back to his quarters. Pilots won't be here for hours. Then suddenly, an idea. The helmsman takes
idea?
it upon himself to navigate a little bit of art. Tee-hee-hee, says the helmsman. As long as no one checks the nav data, this won't come back to bite me at all.
Nice. Nice.
A couple of hours pass. The wind dies down just a little. No ships crashed into the Ever Given, but a small one did pull up beside it. Captain,
Ring, ring.
pilots are here. Welcome aboard. Oh, hey, Captain. Yes, we're running late.
Hello.
Where's the helm? We don't know what the pilots' names are, so we're just going to go with Blue and Red.
Blue and
Okay, I think
red.
we should move ahead at about 14 kilometers. That's right. Ahead. 14 kilometers per hour.
And off we go to
The Ever Given joins a
adventure,
convoy
to
of
great
ships
heights.
Taking position at the entrance to the canal.
If you notice the time jump, it took an hour and 20 minutes to get to the entrance and get everyone queued up.
Convoy
Damn.
checking in. Ready. All right, everybody. We want to
I
be
love
alert.
the music,
Stay
though.
focused. Yeah, Captain. I'll follow the other ships. I'll try not to get lost. Hold on, Captain. And the audience. This is a much more perilous journey than you might know.
Okay,
What?
okay.
A big straight line. It is 193 kilometers of narrow waterway. And I hope you've got some stamina, because it takes 12 hours to traverse.
Sheesh.
That's a full-day trip. Some parts are only 24 meters deep. Oh, that's very
Oh
shallow.
my.
Yes, and only 200 meters wide in some parts. That's very narrow. I've seen McDonald's drive-thrus with more clearance. And you certainly
my
wouldn't want
God.
to have an accident, would you? Because 12% of the entire world's sea freight passes through here. If you blocked it, the consequences
Would be
would
dying.
be humongous. No pressure, though.
No
Oh,
pressure,
I
yeah.
see.
No pressure.
Oh, don't mind him. He gives that speech. to
Don't
everybody.
constipate the canal.
Ahead, 14 kilometers per hour. Yes, pilot. 14 kilometers. Steady on.
There was a note in the video down below. it says that they use knots, but kilometers was easier for like storytelling. So don't bitch.
So into the canal, the Ever Given went. As they cruise, the winds swirl back onto the sea. No longer buffered by miles of open water, the sand and dust can blow about with abandon. Low visibility. Strong winds jostle the ship. Grit pelts the bow. The Ever Given steams ahead at about the pace of a fast jog. And there's no real build-up here, to be
Hey, we
honest.
can go.
Things
Let's
go awry
go.
almost immediately.
Seriously?
How are you coping with the wind?
Almost immediately?
It's manageable. Alright, well, the wind is definitely pushing us to the left-hand side. Yes, just try to keep it as centered as you can. Adjusting.
These winds are quite something. Do
Oh
you think we
my.
should have insisted they postpone?
The pilots don't seem worried, and they know this water better than anyone.
That's
The
what
angle
you
of
would
the wind
assume,
is
right?
Particularly nasty, catching the enormous surface area of the ship and constantly nudging it off course.
Man, you
Helmsman,
gotta
you're
like
still
pay
too far to the
constant
left. You gotta get
attention.
back to the center.
Yeah, I'm trying. Adjusting. The helmsman keeps changing the trajectory of the ship,
That's
but he
nasty,
cannot seem
man.
to stay in the center.
Come on, helmsman. We're still not centered.
I know, it's the wind. No matter what they do, they can't seem to get away from the left bank. The wind foils their
Sheesh.
every counter-maneuver. This is not as manageable as I thought it would be. Is it going to be like this
That's
the whole way?
crazy.
Don't worry, this is really common. It won't be the whole trip. No. The problem is we're going too slow. Red Pilot takes the initiative.
Oh no.
If we speed up, we can push through the wind.
Oh
Accelerate
no.
to 22 kilometers an hour. Somewhat reluctantly, the helmsman obliges. 22 kilometers per hour. Engines engage and the
Oh
ship speeds
no.
up.
Captain, going this fast in heavy winds is needlessly reckless. There are protocols for this sort of thing.
All right, Gene, it's a bit windy. Relax. This must happen all the time. The Red Pilot was right. The increased speed helps them to fight through the wind and get away from the left-hand bank. However, they can't seem to keep the ship in the very center. Helmsman, you're
Oh,
aimed too severely to
no.
the right-hand bank now. We need a bit of leadership here. Don't worry, I know what to do. Turn left. Adjusting. The pilot's giving steering instructions now. Captain, is he supposed to do that? Captain, the pilot is not here to give steering orders. You should say something. The ship is now consistently snaking left
Wobbly,
and right, and
wobbly,
left and
wobbly.
right. Turn to the right. So they turn to the right.
But then they end up too far to the right.
You're
Jesus
too close to the right
Christ,
bank now.
man.
Turn to the left. Yes, I agree. Turn to the left. Look, this is all a bit tense, and we both know where this is going.
Yeah, I feel for this goddamn person that's steering. It's like, imagine constantly being told, you're too close to this bank, now you're too close to this bank, now you're too close to that bank, and you're too close to that one, and just do this, please. Constantly. It was like, oh my god.
It's gonna crash. Let's just enjoy it.
Enjoy the crash!
Oh, wow. There it is. A gently sloping, sandy bank. Red Pilot, we're just consultants. This isn't our job to steer the ship. You're micromanaging. We should only be giving general navigation advice. We're getting too close to the left bank. I can't keep it centered. We have to slow this ship down. If we slow down, the wind will push us into the bank.
What do I do? Reduce
Go
the speed.
faster. The two pilots begin bickering. And not just bickering normally.
Okay, as a person that's not there and has no fucking clue about ships, can't they just fucking go a bit closer to the other bank and then slow down so that the wind will push them towards the center? I'm just like, what?
They're bickering in Arabic.
No, they're bickering in a different
Doesn't speak
language.
Arabic. What the hell are they saying?
Oh.
I don't know. Neither do I. Does anyone here speak Arabic?
Look at that bank.
The Ever Given has reached its target
It's
speed
so
of
hot.
22 kilometers an hour. But they're taking wider and wider turns and can't seem to get anywhere near the center of the lane. And the two pilots, they're still fighting. Captain? Pilots! Captain! The Ever Given then reaches an extreme, unrecoverable angle.
Oh
pointing
no!
acutely to the right. Straight for the bank.
Let me guess, the wind changed at the same time. Oh my god, this is such a disaster.
We need to turn left. Now, hard left. Hard to the left. Hard to the left. The rudder turns. But the ship doesn't turn with it. Instead, it slides.
It slides!
Didn't I tell you to turn left? Why aren't we turning? I am turning to the left, Captain. The ship's not responding. I knew this would happen. It's your fault.
Oh my god,
helmsman
the
loses
pilots
his
are
ability to
bickering.
The ship has gone out of control.
Time to drift into the banks and bosom of that
Captain,
beautiful...
Canterville finally steps forward. Enough! Helmsman, center the rudder. Reduce speed. Rudder center. Reduce... But it's too late. Canterville did not intervene in time.
Yeah.
Shit.
According to a person familiar with the VDR audio, Captain Canterville reacted as anyone might in that situation. Shit, he screamed. 6 days in Suez. Oh. Oh, I love the music
The crew can feel the
tempo.
vibration through the floor as the bow meets the bank.
Well, beep. And so they stopped and blocked everything.
That bow, raised 6 meters, slides into the bank with ease, like a hot pencil through pudding. Meanwhile, the rear of the ship is pulled into the opposite bank.
Oh,
The bridge
the
shakes and the
traffic
crew
jam
lurches
is
forward
real.
as 300,000 tons of momentum is reduced to 0 in the span of a couple of seconds.
Oh, here comes the
We've run
cargo.
aground, we've run aground, cut your engines, Canterville yells out on the radio, because don't forget, these ships are running as a convoy, which means that the ships behind them have
Yep.
just seen what's happened, and they all have to slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
A couple of ships back, the Asia Ruby 3 suffers an engine malfunction,
Oh,
and it cannot stop
no!
as quickly as it intends to, and nearly plows into the back
Oh my
of the
God!
Mess Denver. They manage to stop themselves just in time and
Holy
prevent running
shit!
aground as well. Pan back to the Ever Given. Let us look at it from above. It is
Yeah, let's look
diagonally
at the
wedged
beautiful,
across the entire canal.
the
An
beautiful,
unplanned
beautiful.
bridge connecting 2 continents. A ship collision of such magnitude, there's almost nothing to compare it to. Maybe Hindenburg.
This is a real satellite photograph.
9/11. I'll keep Googling. No, hold off on the dramatic sound effects. There's no need to panic just yet. It's like a car
There
tire
were a
stuck in
lot
the
of
mud.
memes about
You
the
simply
canal.
reverse.
Yeah.
Full astern. Well, that means full backwards. Propellers at the back of the ship whiz to little effect. Locked in
Yeah.
place by the sand. We didn't move. Merely a run-up. Crash astern. That's the most dramatic version of full astern, ramping up to full thrust as quickly as possible.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that ship isn't going anywhere.
No, stop it. No sound effect just yet.
No
We still have one
sound
more option. Start up the bow thrusters. They're the jets at the front of the ship that give a little bit of extra oomph. Crash astern, full thrusters.
Okay. We got some oomph going up.
No effect, sir.
That's the moment you know you fucked up.
Now, we don't have the transcript from here, so we'll just presume that at the time, Canterville said something very quirky and millennial, like, so that just happened. But what we do know is that he and the pilots then jumped on the
that
radio
just happened.
and got in contact with the port authority. We've got something to tell you, and you gotta promise not to get mad. Shut up. Look, listen, we're gonna need a tugboat. We are run aground. The helmsman takes a turn at being millennial. There are other ships right behind me. Uh-huh. And there were, as the queue of container ships piling up behind them got longer and longer.
Oh, man.
Make that 2 tugboats.
So what happened here exactly? And who is in big, big trouble? Explainer time! There are 3 main causes to why the ship crashed. Let's start with the wind.
Uh-huh.
The captain could have very easily said, guys, the wind is far too severe. Let's postpone. But he didn't. However, the blame's not all on Canthaville. The 2 pilots could have also said, let's just follow protocol. By radioing in to HQ and saying, yes, get us 2 tugboats, please. With 1 on each side at the front, they would have had far more stability and control. And they wouldn't
Why
need
didn't
to
they do that from the
fight it out
start?
with the wind to stay in the middle of the lane. Second cause, the speed of the ship. Now, it was the Red Pilot who told the helmsman, accelerate the ship to 22 kilometers per hour. But when he did that, they were already driving at the speed limit for their weight class, 14 kilometers per hour.
Holy
and
shit!
telling the helmsman to go beyond
They were
that
speeding
meant that
so
they are
much.
technically breaking the rules. And while I agree that some rules are made to be broken, going this fast in a very large ship in a comparatively small canal causes a whole bunch of problems to do with fluid dynamics. Big problems. Huge.
5 fun physics phenomena.
Now, I don't know the physics, and if I did, I would.
Google the bank effect. Zones of high and low pressure caused by the quick displacement of water cause the ship to be pulled towards the bank at the rear of the ship and repelled from it at the front. The closer the ship is to the bank, the stronger the effect. The result is a consistent diagonal force that ultimately makes your ship overcorrect at every turn. Think of it like the reverse of when you go too slowly on a bike and it gets all wobbly. It's nothing like that, but it's a fun image. Good thing I have aphantasia and I can't imagine that.
Tell you. But what I will say is this. Speeding up causes something approximating oversteer. The ship becomes all slidey. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the left, but instead you go a lot to the left. I'll just turn right a little bit, but instead you turn to the right a lot. Remember how the cheerful navigator was like, come on guys, we have to get back to the center of the lane. Well, they can't,
Yep.
because every time they try to direct back
They
to the
overcorrect
center,
more and
the
more.
speed and the oversteer means they overshoot it. One more effect of going very fast.
I will sneeze. Wait for it.
Achoo!
Take a look at this animation side on.
I sneeze for
Water
him.
pressure effects cause the ship to tilt. At this speed, the front is raised 6 meters higher than usual, which means when they collide with the bank, combined with the high velocity, they really wedge themselves in. But we can't just blame everything on the physicists, because there's a third main cause. Poor communication. English is the official language of...
I feel like poor communication is basically the number 1 issue, not the number 3 issue. I mean, think of it this way, right? Like, the bickering, the captain not giving the orders, it's all communication at the end of the day. Because, like, 1, they don't really know how much should they listen to those people, because they technically know better, and you kind of like, you're supposed to listen to people that have gone and done things better. But at the same time, you're like, these people apparently don't know shit, right? But by the time you realize they don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about, it's a bit too late.
Pretty much every port. However, the pilots start arguing with each other in Arabic, which is not just unprofessional, but excludes all of the rest of the crew from what's being discussed. And all of these competing voices make for chaos on the bridge. But the blame is not all on the co-pilots either. The captain is always in charge. He has the ultimate authority. Decisions start and end with him. So the captain should have intervened and said something like,
stop bickering.
But he doesn't. He stands there quite passively throughout. By the time he does step in, it's too late.
From the way the story was related, honestly, I would say that the captain should have definitely intervened faster. And you could also tell the fact that the person that was steering wasn't comfortable with that. And yet he was forced to continue without proper instruction from the people that he was supposed to, like, get instructions from.
Everything's been laid out. Who would you say is at fault for the crash of the Ever Given? The helmsman? Blue pilot? The red
I would
pilot?
say the captain, personally.
Canthaville?
At the end of the day, it is a shared thing. You could say it is everyone's fault because, yes, all of them were involved in a certain way. But what's the helmsman supposed to do? Be like, okay, I quit my job? The poor guy was just following directions. What are you supposed to tell him? Like, the fact that he should have been better at knowing how to steer that ship with high wind and slowed down despite orders given? All he can do is say, like, I don't feel comfortable or it's not working. But he can't really disobey orders, can he? Is he allowed to do that? I don't think he is. But in my opinion, it's just the captain's fault, man. Like, you're supposed to take, like, it's your ship. It's like the people that constantly come into streams and, like, go, like, they're streamers and they come to you and be like, oh, my community is so toxic on Cake, guys. It's like, you're in charge of your fucking community. If your chat is toxic, that's on you. Or the people that are like, my chat bullies me so much and I hate it. I can't stand it. It's so bad. I'm like, you know, you can just ban them, right? It's the equivalent of that. The captain is literally in charge of his ship. Bro, just fucking take charge. Man up. Put on the pants. Technically, they would feel obliged to follow the orders of the pilots. The pilots are just there to tell you that up ahead there's like a curve or some shit like that. They know the land. They don't know the ship. Why? Like, you know?
I'll tell you. Society, that's who. You and me. And I think you should apologize.
Yeah, apologize for ordering too much shit from Amazon. I can't even order from most Amazons. They don't deliver to my country. The stuck day one.
Alrighty. So we have something 3.5 times the size of the Titanic, choking the world's largest freighting canal like a greedy seagull throating a glue stick. Good start. And they didn't get very far through the canal itself. About 5% of the progress bar.
Jesus Christ!
If we scroll up for a second, we can see what landmarks they missed out on. The Great Bitter Lake, named so because the water there
bitter
is very
and salty
instead of fresh. Then up a 2-lane bit and over to Timsah Lake, named so because Timsah is the Arabic word for crocodile, because there used to be crocodiles in there.
Oh!
Otherwise, it's pretty much zip right through to the Mediterranean. That would have been very nice for them. Now we go back a bit to Timsah Lake,
wettest place
and
on
here
earth.
you'll find the city of Ismailia. And at its port, see this building? This is the Suez Canal Authority.
Okay.
Inside, Captain El Said, head of navigational control, is just settling in for the day. As he sits down to his desk, Captain.
Mastering the shallow dive. Do a cool flip. Don't get caught out. Always bring your pool noodle. Okay.
You're gonna want to see this. The video feed pulls up. What?
That
Line
poor
one.
dude.
We're stuck.
Imagine you just come into work, you just sit down, and everything's on fire, and you're like, oh, fuck me, here we go again. It's like, oh, bro, why? It was like, this was supposed to be an easy day.
Would like to request a tugboat. Stuck where? You know that single lane area pretty close to the entrance? There. Now, had this happened in one of the 2-lane sections, they could have kept the traffic flowing. But alas. What? So you're blocking all the traffic? Mr. El Said, we already promised we wouldn't get mad. Fine. I gotta see how bad it is in person. El Said snatches his keys off his desk, and he races down to his car, rushing to the scene. He gets out and casts his eyes
this poor
upon
guy, man.
My God. Towering over him is a structure the width and breadth of the world's largest Walmart.
except it is also 15 stories tall. The bow, raised 6 meters higher than normal, is jammed into one side, like an unwitting finger in a Chinese finger trap that somebody filled with Gorilla Glue in its prom tomorrow. And the ass of the ship, firmly squatting aground on the other side. In the middle of the ship, making bended metal groans as it's barely suspended by only a few meters of water. El Said lets the sand run through his fingers. At this point, another important person arrives on the scene. Admiral Rabi. He is the Suez Canal Authority chairman, the big boss of the whole canal. Here's the rough structure of the organization. He's all the way up here.
Okay.
Oh, no. So high up that he reports directly to the Pharaoh of Egypt himself.
Yep, that's
Damn.
one blocked canal.
No, Mr. President, he did.
Hey guys, when you're constipated, do you think of it like this? I'm just asking. Do you ever think our body's kind of like going there and being like, yes, it does appear blocked.
Didn't say blocked. He said that canal rocked. He's giving it a 5-star review.
Come on, follow me to the bridge.
Now, Al Said and Rabi board the ship, and it's a hell of a scene. The crew is racing around.
Oh god, they're gonna check the nav data. They're gonna see the dick pic. Oh god.
Campbell's standing back taking a panicked phone call with the operating company. Okay, so 2 pilots walk into a ship, and the first one says, and the 2 pilots from before are still bickering. All right, you 2 are dismissed. Canterville.
Oh god,
Jesus
oh god,
Christ.
this is the end of my career. This is gonna cost $1 billion.
Al Said puts his hand on Canterville's shoulder. Do not worry, my friend. We shall solve this.
Come on, Captain. What's the status? Well, the ship isn't floating. Yeah. No, what I mean is the situation is worse than you think. It's the way we're pitched up on the shore. The weight distribution is all wrong. We're like a raised bridge, but we don't have any of the support underneath. The middle of the ship could bend under its own weight and tear.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That would shut down the whole canal for months.
Are we taking on water? No, I've had the engineers check the hull. We can't see water making ingress.
Oh, that's so bad,
The best way to
man.
get free and the best way to prevent the ship from potentially sinking is to lighten the load. We need to get rid of at least, I don't know, like 20,000 tons. How quickly do you think your crew can offload containers? No. Look how high those boxes are stacked.
Oh, God!
To offload these containers is going to require specialist equipment. The kind you'd only find at a dedicated port. We're not going to be able to offload these containers out here in the middle of nowhere.
Jesus
Christ! What's the easiest, most brute force solution you can think of? The ballast tanks. Yeah? Go on. We've got nearly 10,000 tons of ballast water on board. We can dump that right now and relieve some pressure.
That's a lot of water.
I'll get started.
No, you can't do that.
That's a lot of water.
Allow me to explain.
You see, when a ship fills its ballast tanks, it's filling with more than just water.
It's a big, dilute, salty soup of algae, plant material, and even sometimes small fish. Pick that up in Malaysia, and then just dump that at the next port.
You're introducing these stowaway pest species into the environment. Some examples of these invasive species include the Northern Pacific Sea Star.
Well then.
The European green crab. That son of a bitch. And cholera.
Oh, wow.
So you have to treat the water before you discharge it, usually through heat or chemicals. And the key there is that it also requires time and access to one of these treatment machines.
Oh, no!
And we're not at a port. It's going to take much longer than usual. But let me get onto the line with the guys at Ismailia. We probably have a portable water treatment machine somewhere.
Al Said turns and looks out the window. Coming down the canal are 2 tugboats, the ones that they ordered earlier. Look, we might not even be that deeply wedged in. These 2 tugboats might be all we need.
Yeah, we might not be that deeply wedged in,
This is the Mosaid 2 and the Mosaid 3.
These two little guys are able to pull around this massive cargo ship, comparable in size to the Ever Given. On go the ties. Line secure, all fast.
Dang.
Engine ready.
This is fascinating.
Ready to pull. Canterville looks nervously at El Said. Commence pull. Slow ahead. The polyethylene ropes whine as they're pulled taut from the water. The tugboats lightly draw against the ship,
Arabic for
testing
assistance.
for resistance. All right, a little more.
The more you learn
More.
of their naming.
More. Full
More.
Nothing. Not an inch of difference.
Can they bring like 10 more?
Right, stop engines. Be on standby. This isn't going to work. With just 2 tugboats, we do not have the pull for a ship this massive, this deeply grounded. It's also low tide. That's not helping. Wind's high tide. Early afternoon, in a couple of hours. All right, that buys us some time.
Oh
How
my
soon do you think you
god.
can get a dredger out here? Let me find out for you. Please hold.
Please hold.
The dredgers can remove the sand below the waterline that's all built up around the ship. Try
Okay,
again. They say
interesting.
it'll take a day, maybe 2. All right, tell
That's
them to
a
hurry.
lot of
A day
time.
or 2? I'd better update my boss. Let
Oh
him know
no.
it's not gonna be a quick fix.
I should call my wife as well. All right, don't go too far. I need you for something in a minute. Hey, what about excavators? Oh yeah, how many we got? Right now?
None?
No, for my birthday. Yeah, now.
None?
1.
One?
One guy. There's only one excavator on standby for the whole canal.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
just post-COVID, everyone's been excavating from home. Patch me through.
Everyone's excavating
There really
from
was just one guy,
home.
by the way. It's local contractor Abdullah. So he picks up the phone. Mushy mushy.
This is so
There's been
bad.
a big accident at the canal, Abdullah. There's sand and dirt everywhere. I need your help. Just send me the deets, Chum.
Abdullah jumps in his truck and heads to the scene.
Jesus
And when he pulls
Christ,
up-
man.
Gott in Himmel.
He sees the massive Ever Given wedged into the canal.
Yeah.
Abdullah locks himself into his excavator and gets to work on the most important task he's ever done digged.
Done digged. Poor dude, man. One excavator. One dude
Back
just
on the bridge.
casually
Yeah, I'm not
there
sure.
going
Hopefully home soon.
like...
Okay.
Pish,
Yep, no,
pish,
love you too.
pish.
Okay, bye. Whew, the boss was not happy. Hey, before you said you needed me for something. I did. Who's this? Breathe into this tube.
Oh my god. They checked if he was...
You have to do a drug test. After the crash, they tested Canterville for drugs and alcohol. Both came up negative. There's also
Damn.
a procedure to make sure that captains aren't fatigued. They look at the rest schedule and they find, no, Canterville took that nap. Remember? He's had plenty of rest time. So he passed the fatigue assessment.
So they're checking if
And while
medically he
Canterville
was
was at the
sound.
nurse's
Got
office,
it.
High tide came and went. Tugs were tried again. And again. Tried
And
a little bit of
again.
this, a little bit of that. It didn't work. All day trying,
Dum, dum,
all
dum, dum,
evening,
dum.
and into the early morning. But that stubborn ship was going nowhere.
The worst part, there were rumors that the excavator guy wasn't paid for overwork. Oh god, I hope he was paid. Pum pum pum. I can't believe they only had one excavator though. That's insane.
Day 2. There's quite a queue of ships by this point, and they're all honking their horns impatiently. Hey, move your ass.
I hope they're not actually honking their horns.
Go around! Go around! No one knows quite what's happening.
To be fair, I don't know why I hope not, because I know from like when we have stops and checks and crashes and stuff, despite being told that there's a block and there's not going to be any movement and that they can just turn off their engine and get out of the car, people still fucking honk. Like, I don't know what about humans and the need to fucking honk for no reason. I don't know what drives people to do that, but I always looked at it and I'm fascinated.
Because the Suez Canal Authority has not made a formal statement. But their hand is about to be forced when an impatient sailor behind the Ever Given takes a photograph.
Because they're giving driver license to every single moron in the world, but they haven't given me one! Where's the justice in that? To be fair, I didn't even apply for one. Oh, did you ask for it? No.
And publishes it online. And this starts a bit of a buzz on social media.
Oh, the social media thing! Let's go!
Most feared fear was most realized.
Oh no!
Someone pulled up the navigational data. Within 24 hours, it was all over the news. So over at the Suez offices, Mr. Rebbe, you have 300 voicemails. Telemarketers? Important clients and journalists. They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, aren't they? They're asking about whether the canal is blocked, yes. And the Suez Canal Authority would keep it a secret no longer. They held a press conference.
Oh boy.
Okay. This is crazy. Let's say, hypothetically, they didn't give many details, but it was a very inspirational press conference. The news begins reporting on the story.
It's blocked. Cargo ship blocking the Suez Canal is a
It's blocked!
There's just the most incredible drama playing out in the Suez Canal.
A massive container ship longer than the Eiffel Tower.
It's one of the world's most important shipping lanes.
And breaking news from the Nana Star News Channel. I'm Nana. Mega ship's big ass.
Very cool lady, please be nice, okay?
Right. Point is, this story exploded everywhere. There was a lot of sympathy to go around.
I appeal to global trade.
And the internet, upon seeing it, went, these guys need some help.
The internet did go ham over it.
To volunteer.
That's not a picture of a naked woman. I need to help them.
They knew best about what to do to get this ship unstuck. Alright, it's time for the I reckon you could pretty much just do this and it'd work section. By far the most popular solution was simply blow it up.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why don't they just blow it up? Why don't they just dismantle or sink the ship? Wouldn't it be the rational choice given the damage it's causing to the economy? What? It wouldn't unblock the canal though. Do people not think about the debris? Like, even if you did dismantle the ship, picking all of that up, what do you think people are gonna go on with other boats? On ship debris? What do you expect from the internet? I don't know, brains?
No ship, no problem. But why wouldn't this work? Well, first you're blowing up $1 billion worth of cargo. And this thing is about 3 times the size of Mount Rushmore. So there's quite a lot of debris to sweep, actually. And you still haven't solved the problem of moving the thing out of the fucking canal. Next idea. What if we attach 1,000 helicopters and simply fly the thing out?
Are you for fucking real? People... Oh my god, are people just so fucking dumb, man? Oh, Lord, help me.
You could even take it all the way to its destination in the Netherlands.
The worst part is you learn about physics in 5th grade. You're literally what, 11, 12? When you learned that?
Well, the problem is this thing weighs about 300,000
And it's mandatory for everyone here? Wait, there was a
300,000
message here.
tons. So
It's so 1 second. Okay, it's 265,000 tons. We rounded up because who cares?
So even if you had a really powerful helicopter, you're going to need like 25,000 of them. And you can't put them all together in one area or they'll all crash. It ain't going to work.
En route to help. Hey, maybe pull up a bit.
Nick, Alright, more seriously, why don't we take a whole bunch of old jet engines, weld them to the sides of the ship, turn them all on at once, and whee, the day is saved.
Interesting.
However,
interesting plan right there.
There is a risk of an explosion. And then you'd have a hole in the ship. And then the ship sinks. And then you're really never moving it. Hear me out. Liquid nitrogen. A lot of liquid nitrogen right under the boat. The water freezes, expands, the ship lifts up. Bob's your uncle, you love it. Except now, the ship is just stuck in ice. And then it melts, and then you're back to the exact same position. Also, you need like $1 billion worth of nitrogen. There's no way to get that much material, let alone handle the scale of that material. Also, everyone's going to freeze to death on board, and the ballast will expand in the tanks, and that'll destroy the ship. It's not going to work. Alright, last idea. Best idea.
Jesus Christ,
what
man.
if we just actively made things worse? Such as this petition to add a second boat to the canal.
I mean, technically, we already have a lot of boats right behind.
Jokes aside, one humble comment did stand out from the crowd.
Get a few people on this side, a few people on that side, push it, and I really think it would go.
Well, maybe.
Oh my lord! Oh yes, what yeah. Just hey guys, why? We just need a few able men, Hulk-like men, to just you know, kind of like push it. Just push it. Yeah, just push it, guys.
Because that's exactly what the recovery team intended to do.
Oh.
Ahoy! Good to see you back from the nurse. I told them I didn't do any drugs, but they wouldn't take my word for it. I would have believed you. Hey, just give me the walkie-talkie. All right, full ahead with the excavators. 3 more excavators join
Hey, we got more
Abdullah,
excavators!
and they're all busily digging out the front and rear of the ship. It's still going too slow. What else we got? More rescue stuff. So here comes Rabbi pulling up to the scene. Good news, fellas. And he's standing atop a very powerful bit of kit. A big, beautiful dredger. To be specific, a cutter suction dredge.
A second one will join the
you've got
effect
a big
soon.
rotating cutting
Nice.
tool that loosens up all the soil, while a big suction pipe sends it yonder.
And you laughed at her? Yes, because she said people. She didn't say ships, which they were already doing, Zeb. They were already bringing ships to do that. They just couldn't do it with 2 of them, and also they were trying to, you know, loosen the place behind and in front so it's easier to tug it out.
All right, do the dredgy. Full speed. What else we got? We got more tugboats incoming. More and
Let's
more
go!
tugboats
More
join the fray.
tugboats!
A total of 8, arranged around the ship like this. Notably, the Baraka 1 and the Izzat Adel. These are 2 of the most powerful tugboats in the Middle East, and that includes the non-deserty parts. Full ahead with those. They keep trying. A cacophony of engines playing the highest stakes game of tug-of-war ever attempted.
Gotta
Tens
love the
millions
tug of
dollars
war.
being lost every hour until it was won. And their opponent? Unbothered, moisturized, taking up the whole lane. Unbudgeable. All right, we're calling it for now. Oh, El Sayed, we've thrown everything we can at the ship, and it won't concede an inch. It's hopeless, hopeless. The cynicism of
The Uber Eats in the back.
I've worked for many years on the Suez. There's magic in the water, Canterville. Magic. We will succeed. Your
We
words
will
are
do it,
empty, El
guys.
Sayed.
We will do it.
Optimism has blinded you, El Sayed. We cannot defeat the canal. It is simply too powerful. If I were the guys at Case and Kaisha, I'd just forget about the Ever Given and buy a new ship. Well, we can't afford a new ship. The owners of the Ever Given, Shoei Case and Kaisha Limited, are getting very worried.
Oh,
I need that
man.
ship back, and I can't just leave it to the Suez Canal Authority to do it. There's only one team daring and foolhardy enough to take on a job like this.
Oh boy.
Kaisen calls up an elite
What's
salvaging
happening
company
now?
from the Netherlands. Smit Salvage.
Wait, what?
We need your help. I got
They're
your
calling
number
people from the Netherlands?
You know who.
Smit is the industry's best. They have response centers all over the globe, 24/7, ready to respond to marine emergencies.
Damn.
They're the same team that helped with the rescue of the Costa Concordia back in 2012. Suit up, boys.
That's funny.
They put the ocean in Ocean's 11, the tide in Tide Pod, and sometimes they pee in the water. Why not? The fish do it.
We're en route to the canal. ETA in the next 24 hours.
Smit Salvage probably doesn't operate in a shadowy underwater facility where they bide their time. Yeah, they probably do not, but it's nicer to think that way, right? Off they go to the rescue.
Next time on Boat in Canal. The prophecy. It's coming true. Kiss me, you fool.
Oh my
You
god!
don't want to get the boat free. Well, is it the Yanny wire or the Laurel wire?
Laurel.
I couldn't hear you. You're breaking up. There's only one way this was ever gonna go.
Oh my god! The freaking middle of the episode. Next time, shenanigan views. I love this. This is great. To be continued right now.
It's now day 3. There's more digging, more tugging, but the ship is still exactly where they left it. And the slow pace of progress is starting to cause problems for international trade. Each delayed ship represents thousands of tons of undelivered stock for store shelves. And that queue is getting longer and longer. On board, an estimated $9.6 billion worth of goods.
Jesus Christ.
The milk! It will spoil! And the big question is, how long until this thing is fixed? To answer this burning question, the Suez Canal Authority holds another press
Can you
conference
imagine
and
being the
declares,
helmsman?
Guys, another day, maybe 2, might even be this afternoon. But the media and industry experts disagree.
The truth of the matter is that they're not making much ground. I mean, this is proving to be more difficult than originally expected.
Could be closed for weeks.
It could take weeks.
Could be stuck for weeks.
Weeks. That's how long it could take to free the container ship currently blocking the Suez Canal.
Don't you love it when media just likes to make everything worse and just make people panic and also just cause crisis, all for the sake of getting views?
So that means all of these ship operators here, waiting in the queue, have a very difficult choice to make. So basically, I've just got 2 options. One, I can wait around hoping the ship gets unstuck, which nobody knows how long that's going to be. Or option 2, we go all the way around Africa. And I really don't want to do that, and it's not just a geographic thing. Freighters don't want to go around Africa because it will cost them far more in terms of fuel. It adds 10 extra days to the
Also,
route.
I was gonna say, it's like, it takes weeks. It also takes weeks to go the fucking other way around.
And most importantly, pirates.
Pirates, assassins, and gay pirate assassins.
Now, there be 2 main pirate hangouts. The Somali pirates, everyone knows about them.
But the more prolific group is actually in the Gulf of Guinea.
I like how he's like, everyone knows about them, me under my rock. I don't know about them.
Named so because it holds the Guinness World Record for most pirates. In fact, in 2020, 96% of all maritime kidnappings happened in the Gulf of Guinea.
Sheesh!
That doesn't sound very good to me, Mr. Kaisha. And I just want you to know that you've made an enemy. And when I... Is your boat running? Because you better fucking move it. You can't park there. All right, hear me out. I'm thinking a bunch of helicopters, right? And we... There are a lot of people now who are angry with the owners of the Ever Given. There's only one thing I can do. Bing, 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 bong. Breaking news. Pause for a second.
Shoei Kaisen Kaisha is big sorry.
The owners of the Ever Given feel such enormous pressure that they go live on television to make a public apology.
Jesus Christ.
We are determined to keep on working hard to resolve the situation as soon as possible. Please do not be mad. In a few years, we'll all have a big laugh about it.
Yours sincerely, Mr. Kaisha.
Well, I'm having a big laugh about it right now. Yeah, it checks out. It kind of sucks that you feel so much pressure that you need to go in front of the world to apologize for an accident that technically it's not even your fault.
Oh God, that's the boss of my boss's boss. I'm in so much trouble. Can't
Oh
do
yeah, you're
anything about
fucked.
it. All we can do is keep trying to free the ship. So they keep going. And going.
And
Into the
going.
night.
And more going, yep.
And on that night, Canterville and El Said had a heart-to-heart.
That is very true, Overfly. That is very true. It is in their culture to like publicly apologize, take accountability, you know.
Mood was very somber. Still feeling optimistic, El Said? Of course. Well, it's day 3. How much progress have you seen so far?
None.
They're gonna blow us up, aren't they? It's possible. They're gonna freeze us, aren't they? That seems less likely. They might just attach a whole bunch of jet engines and we're gonna get fucked up.
That one got debunked. Sorry. I don't mean to take it out on you. It's just, all these guys, they rely on me. The navigator, the helmsman, Gene, and the other ones we never animated. But I'm thinking maybe I should just get on a lifeboat right now and never look back. I
Sounds
could go live
familiar
on an
to
island
someone.
somewhere, far, far away from here.
Yeah, that does sound
Run
familiar
away.
to someone.
Look at this. Timu neck massager for Saily. I bet she's checking her mailbox every morning. Bulk $6 fingerless gloves for Mr. Poe Box. You want to disappoint him? No. Little Jimmy won't be getting his 20-pack of kitchen tongs this Christmas. And you think that doesn't kill me inside? But we've exhausted every option. There's nothing on Earth that could free this ship. Well, that's where you're right. Look up there, Lil Canthy. El Said points up into the night sky.
Oh
Los
my
Lunos.
god, the storytelling, man!
Yes, the moon. The son of the night. To the ancient Egyptians, it was a sign of hope. And in a few more nights' time, a prophecy will be fulfilled.
The moon!
The supermoon. I have to show you a kind of boring diagram. I'm so sorry.
You see, the moon doesn't just orbit the Earth in a perfectly equidistant circle. It is, in fact, an ellipse. That means there is a point when the moon
isn't
is
boring,
the
this is
furthest from the Earth, and
interesting.
we call that the apogee. And there's also a point where it's closest to the Earth. That's the perigee. You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems
Perigee
bigger?
nuts! Oh my god, he did a these nuts joke in there.
Closest to the Earth. That's the perigee.
He did a these nuts joke, look at it.
You know when you look into the night sky and the moon seems bigger or smaller or little? Different distances, innit?
Point is, the moon gravities all over the water.
The moon.
And the closer it is, the more it's going to pull.
Ooh.
Now, there's another effect as well. If you believe the mainstream media,
tide.
the Earth is going around the sun like this. And once in a while, it will also align with the sun being on the exact opposite side. Bam! At this point, when everything lines up like so, both the sun and the moon are at max strength pulling on the sea. And they call that the supermoon. And the tidal effects of both combine for an even greater pull. High tide can be even higher than usual, sometimes by up to 1.5 feet. Now,
The
these
very
sorts of
high
moons
tide.
Only happen 3 or 4 times a year. But in 4 days, Big K, we're going to get one.
Pum 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 pum.
Previously
How to unstuck
on
ship.
Boat in Canal.
Boat in canal.
Ha ha ha, my plans have all fallen into place.
Wind machine.
I thought I knew what being a captain meant.
Oh my god, dude, I feel like I want to see these episodes of complete gibberish.
You mean cut the black and blue wire? There's only white and gold.
We've got one chance left. The moon. This is just like that Costa Concordia video he did, but way less funny.
What you mean? This is fucking peak! This is peak! This is a Jesus
Over
take the wheel
Evergiven,
moment,
things are
honestly,
status quo.
though.
But online, there's a bit of a new development. A screenshot of a news article appears. Cargo ship crashes into Suez Canal. Captain involved in incident.
But there's a twist. Uh-oh. Is that a woman?
Wait, what?
Egypt's first female sea captain, Marwa El-Salvage, was being named in this headline as responsible for crashing the Ever Given. And the screenshot of this news headline spread all across social media.
The
fuck? For Marwa to have screwed up this badly is impressive. Especially considering she's never worked on the Ever Given.
What the actual heck, though? Like, how the fuck did they get misogyny involved in this? Like, what the fuck, man?
And is currently hundreds of miles away in Alexandria. But
Jesus
someone online
Christ,
went,
man.
First female captain? Grody? Suez blockage? She must have did it.
Internet in a nutshell, yeah.
Marwa found out about the accusations through a friend and quickly hopped online. I gotta clear my name. Guys, it isn't me! But the online bad guy must have hacked her account, because everything she wrote just came out in squiggles. So Marwa tried to hack
Oh
back.
my god, everything came out in squiggles! Bro. The internet would never spread misinformation. I mean, the news wouldn't either, right?
It's nothing I've ever seen before. They're countering my hack. I'm gonna reroute the host.
This hacking scene is the one true event that happened in the whole story. That's what it says down here. I'm covering.
Not if I can help it. They ran through the firewall. Use IP4. It's better.
Now, while we can all agree that a lady captain is very gross and icky, and while we all agree that she should be doing a lady job, like adding rosemary oil to the ballast water, or knitting hand warmers for the steering wheel. It was not fair that she was being falsely accused, and the situation was escalating as the online bad guys started making fake accounts pretending to be her. What was Marlon, etc. to do against
Jesus
such a
Christ,
coordinated
man.
campaign?
Poor woman.
Well, luckily, a surprise hero to the story. The mainstream media showed up and did a thing.
Don't worry.
Bringing her onto the telly and clearing everything up. Marwa even found some positive in the situation.
I was really upset at the beginning, but later on I found like the support from all people around me, and that made me feel like more grateful for what happened.
A lot of the social media posts got taken down. And in the end, it all turned out okay.
This looks... Imagine like you're... Imagine people that saw the news about you being to blame, but never saw the news about your name being cleared, right? Like, all the damage that people have from shitheads like this bringing people that are innocent and had nothing to do with it. Like, ugh. Yeah, like, imagine just waking up and suddenly you're just like, oh yeah, you're to blame for everything. Like, what the fuck?
At least, for her. Back to the Ever Given. The Ever Given has been grounded for 4 long Egyptian days.
Yeah, it happens way too often.
So
It's very sad, honestly.
Dig. Pull. Fuel
People
is
don't
getting
care
low.
about what's
Everyone
right.
is overdue for a break.
Just what
All right, guys.
is more dramatic
Grab a
and
Red Bull
cooler.
and a little snacky. We'll pick up again soon.
But as the engines wind down,
A little
The crew can hear
snacky.
something approaching.
Who the hell is that?
I'm out of snacks, chat.
It's Smit Salvage.
Hey, they're here!
The Smit team boldly actions onto the scene, looking at the ship very inspectively.
Stuck.
They report their findings to the rescue team. All
Yep,
right.
guaranteed
I ain't no
stuck.
boat expert, but if you want a chance of moving this ship, you're going to need to make it a lot lighter, by tens of thousands of tons at least.
Oh wow, if only the captain didn't say that days ago.
Is it going to bend and tear? And sink? No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. But it also doesn't look like it's going anywhere with all of this weight on the back. Okay, we trust you. What's your plan to make the ship lighter? I know a guy. He's got a crane. I'll get it down here. We'll offload all the containers. It'll be brilliant. You're gonna love it. The container thing again? Yeah, how long is that gonna take? Well, to get them down here and to get all the equipment assembled, we're going to need at least a few weeks. Weeks? Yeah. And to get all the containers off the ship, that might take several months.
Oh my god!
Mr. President, he didn't say months. He said, monks. Those Shaolin guys, they're very strong. Everything's going according to plan.
Very strong, alright.
Do you have any idea how much these last few days have cost Egypt already? We've had to sell parts of the Sphinx. Look, the nose is gone. It's looking all messed up. We turned the whole country into an e-commerce site. It used to just be called Gypt. Now it's online.
Oh
Egypt. Remember Tutankhamun? Now it's Tutankhamun. Get it? It's a pun. Get it?
Let's move on, says the Smit guy standing in for the audience. Look, this is by far the best option. Yeah, it's slow and laborious, but it's a guaranteed fix. Or you can carry on doing what you're doing now. You're on what, day 4? How's progress so far? Al Sayed wouldn't hear it.
We will continue with the dredging and the tugging. The supermoon will be here soon, and that will save us. You are foolish, Al Sayed. The legend of the supermoon is just a legend.
All right, we're on the same team here. If you insist on keeping the cargo aboard and just tugging...
Smit seemed to have insisted that offloading cargo was the better plan. The SCE disagreed, wanted to prioritize tugging during the supermoon. Smit started making moves to get machinery to the scene for Plan B in case it didn't work.
Resources to help.
But they were on board with Plan A.
2 additional tugboats.
Okay.
And not just big ones. Pretty much the biggest ones you can get.
We got the biggest tugboats!
So Smit and the recovery
Let's go.
team have figured out a sort of Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is to pull the Ever Given free by the supermoon, which is only 2 days away. Now, if that doesn't work, they'll have to go to Plan B, which is to offload by crane most of these containers.
Which is
take
months. Yeah, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Everyone's mad on day 4, 5.
Watching on impatiently, tapping their feet and looking at their watches very aggressively, is now a queue of 400 vessels waiting to use the canal. Fresh fruit, thousands of tons, losing its freshness. Medicine, losing its potency.
After this, there is no turning
back. Uh-huh.
You take the blue pill. You take the red.
Not to mention livestock.
More than a dozen ships have live animals on board.
Mostly sheep and
my
cattle,
God.
lightly sizzling under an Egyptian sun.
Oh,
The Egyptian
Jesus
government
Christ,
has
the
had to
poor
dispatch
animals.
vets to board these ships to tend to the animals' welfare. A few days ago, when I was a younger man, freight from Asia only cost $8,000 a container. Now it's $12,000.
Jesus Christ.
And the impact is being felt by a lot of larger companies. Renault, for example, ran out of some critical components and had to halt assembly at a couple of its plants.
Damn!
Adidas, Nike, IKEA, all saw shortages.
Some of our clients are out of their top-selling SKUs already.
And as tankers queue, oil prices are rising.
Let my people
The
go!
amount of
Through
craziness
the waterway,
from
please. And meanwhile, all across the
From
day, the
one
tugs are trying
stuck
again
ship.
and again. Move a little more sand. Wait for the next high tide. Try again. And as the
Yeah,
march is on
Europe
with the
felt
same
this.
futility as day 1, banking on the supermoon
Looks like a costlier and costlier gamble.
You know the sad part of this entire thing? Prices going up and then never going back down because they realize people will still buy it.
Alright, enough of this. See about 100 ships opting instead to go the long route around Africa, accepting the longer traffic time and piratey risk.
Bum, 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 bum. The supermoon cometh. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that in the easiest way, like nothing to do with this one, but as a side note, we had import tax from Japan that was really high, and like that was renegotiated and now it's low, but the prices of every product from Japan is still freaking through the fucking moon. Because guess what? People are like, well, you were buying them at that price. Why would we reduce the price? We're just going to pocket the profit now. So, yeah. Very sad.
The supermoon. It's tonight. There's a renewed energy as people scuttle around the area, doing everything they can to prep the ship for the big event.
Everything banking on the moon.
Over the course of the week, has expanded to a team of 11.
11! Let's go!
Sometimes triple shifts with only 3 hours a day for sleep. Together with the 2 dredgers, they have moved 30,000 cubic meters of sand and soil. For comparison, this is 1 cubic meter. And this is 30,000 cubic meters.
Jesus
and
Christ.
here's what it looks like next to the Ever Given. That's a lot of sand.
That's a lot of sand.
And it's borne some results. Overnight, they managed to free the rudder from
Give me
the
that
left
Subway
bank.
sandwich.
And that's a big deal, because this rudder was acting as a bit of an anchor in the sand. Now free, the stern bobs around with the motion of the water. Great stuff. Meanwhile, the crew is doing everything it can to lighten the weight of the ship. That includes making a second plea for the ballast water to be ejected. Oh please, the Smit guy's already tinkled in there. We just can't do it. It would destroy the ecosystem of Egypt. Please, 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 please.
We had a difficult time with the detail of the story. We weren't sure at which point the ballast water was treated, or even if it was treated at all. But we imagined the situation was...
All right. Biodiversity.
We must.
Let 1,000 algae bloom. Nice work. That'll make the ship 9,000 tons lighter, Kenthy.
Damn.
The water's so bright, I can barely see it coming out of the ship. Here, take these. No. I don't deserve them. Sunglasses are for people who redeem themselves.
Oh.
That's not me.
There.
Just in case.
Just in case you
Into
redeem
the evening,
yourself.
The pace keeps up. We see Abdullah excavating away. But really, he's thinking about the moon. Rabbi, he's busy taking video calls. But he finds himself distracted
by the moon.
Thoughts of the moon. Even Mr. Kite.
Everyone's hopes on the moon.
Is there anything in this world that doesn't remind me of her?
Oh my God, Sailor Moon!
More breaking news from the Suez Canal problem. Ever Giver is stuck in the Suez Canal still. It's been almost a week. A tugboat should be able to move Ever Giver's big ass. This is Nana Star, Nana Star's news channel.
Nice. Yeah, good news.
The full moon shone brightly that night, kissing
look
the
at that
nape
beautiful
of the
moon.
canal's neck with its gravity lips. Full tongue. The canal liked it. And spoiling the romance of the moment is a big fleet of tugboats, watching on voyeuristically. They are 17 in total, with just a bit over...
This is all tons of bollard pull, which is the measure of the tug's power, not to be confused with weight.
1,600 tons of bollard pull. And here's how they're arranged around the Ever Given.
Jesus Christ, man.
Of the 4 most powerful tugs, 2 go at the front and 2 go at the back. They'll be
Okay.
pulling. Another 6 tugs are put on the flanks. 2 over here, 4 over here. They'll be pushing. The remaining tugs are fueled and ready on the sidelines, waiting for their chance to sub in. Positioned like this, when the word is given, all these ships are going to try and turn the Ever Given anti-clockwise. Looks great, guys! Do you think that this is gonna...
I believe in the supermoon.
This had better work. The guy with the ruler down by the shoreline yells out, "The tide has hit its peak!" El Sayed commands over the radio.
The guy with
Start
the
main
ruler,
engines.
man.
Tension on.
Let's go. It's time for a tug of war joke.
Full ahead. The tugs start
Damn,
moving.
no joke.
They carve through the water with ease. The immense power from the tugs meet the resistance of the Ever Given. It was at this point that the narrator said something really poetic. Stuff about the night. About how the ships were like dances.
There
on the
he
water.
goes.
For juxtaposition, we cut away to that crab again.
Which everybody hated.
It's like a metaphor if you think about it. That tugs
Crab,
are sliding
crab,
to the left.
crab,
They're
crab,
sliding to
crab,
the right.
crab.
It's not working! Diesel fumes fill the air as the tugs keep increasing their power. The water violently foams behind the tugs. Everyone is staring at the back of that ship.
Push!
Come on. Move.
Pull!
This goes on for minutes. More minutes. Even more minutes.
Even more minutes.
An hour. 2. 4 hours. By 4:30 a.m., the moon's power is starting to wane and there is very little progress. Don't give up. The tide only goes down so that we can rise once again.
Oh my
Your moon
god,
gambit
the
has cost
poetic.
Egypt dearly, El Sayed. Guards, prepare the sarcophagus with the beetles like in the... What the hell is that?
Prepare the sarcophagus,
Under the water,
bro.
all of this tugging has loosened the sand, the soil, the rock.
It's
it be?
budging.
The sound of metal tensing and flexing. The ship is beginning to move. It is coming free from the bank.
The supermoon gives one last howl.
Oh!
It worked. They pulled the ship from the bank. At the back, at least.
Let's go.
Now, the bow is still wedged in there pretty good, but this is progress.
It
We're
is?
halfway to freedom. Keep going. So they did, all morning.
Oh my god. We got the crab and a seagull now, just for
7:30
extra
a.m.
hate.
The sun is rising. The tugs have been pulling all night. But the most difficult task, freeing the bow of the ship, remains beyond them. Well, I guess even the moon has its limits.
I don't want to hear it, El Sayed. It wasn't enough. That bow is still stuck.
No, Mr. President. They're not saying that the bow is still stuck. They're saying, take a bow. And then something else that rhymes with stuck. I gotta go.
They were loading up the missiles for Plan B. As the guys on social media suggested.
Hey, that wasn't the plan
grain
B.
train. This was always the plan, says the Smit guys. You know what, Canterville? I agree. They should just blow us up.
What?
My career is over now, too. You're the guy who blocked the canal, and I'm the guy who couldn't get it cleared. We've brought instability to the Middle East. But enough, Canterville. I raised your hopes with moon-based promises. But look at the tide. It's low. Low tide. And yet, I am lower still. Canterville looks pensively out the window.
Bro.
And it was at that moment that he had his character arc. He realized that he was the captain, and the captain is always in charge.
Oh.
Shut up, El Sayed. We shall continue.
We're having the
regardless of
captain.
the tide. Is that not the
Come
Egyptian
back.
way?
Let's go.
Don't you remember the story, El Sayed? That every young Egyptian kid is told about the human pyramid? No.
No?
Where there's one guy at the bottom who gives up and we all fall down.
Oh, that
It
one.
ain't a triangle if you don't try. We need to be strong. Together. Like a pyramid. It's what Giza would have wanted. You're
The
right, damn it.
plateau.
Thank you, Canterville. That's the most inspirational speech I've ever heard in my life. I'll never lose my faith again.
The
And
captain's
even though
like,
you're kind of the
we
worst
can't give
captain
up.
I've ever
They'll kill
seen,
me.
you're still the best friend.
Oh. No kiss. Fishy.
So they pressed on all morning, enthusiastically and vigorously tugging
More
away,
tugging.
beating off the fatigue, but to no progress. Okay, everyone, take a break. Copy. We'll have lunch and pick up again in a couple of hours.
Then suddenly, one of the Smit guys comes busting into the room. I've got an idea.
Everybody turns and looks at the Smit guy. All right, well, sorry about the boring diagram, but take a look at this. Remember how we emptied the ballast tanks before?
Yeah, of course. Well, now that the ship is half floating, what if we refilled the ones at the back? On this part of the diagram, where the ship is almost floating.
Naruhodo ne? I see what he's going for. Oh my god,
That
man.
way it will sink lower here and allow the bow to sit up even higher on the bank.
Canterville gives
So that they can
Saily the
actually
knowing
start
nod.
pulling?
I got this. I know a guy who owes me a favor. Please, 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 please.
A few hours later, the ballast tanks were filled. And it worked.
Back to the
bow
pleasing!
lifted ever so slightly. It's working, it's working! And it gets better. It's now 2 p.m. and that means high tide.
Guys, I've got another technical issue.
Damn,
All right,
that's
what is it?
really cool.
It's easier
how
if
they
I show you
managed to
with a
get it
drone.
unstuck.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay,
You can
they're
see the
having
ship
an...
is lodged at the front.
Bro! This is like when they added cannibalism and peak and you're hungry.
As a pulling, but it ain't budging.
I'm hungry now!
However, a lot of force is building up here. And what if it were to break free? The sudden release could propel the ship straight across the water with a hell of a lot of momentum. It could span the entire canal and land on the opposite bank, only to run aground again. Worse still, it could pin these small tugs in its wake. Dangerous.
That sandwich
To solve this problem, they did
representation,
a bit of a
man.
safety briefing, and they got some rope. 4 ropes, actually.
More
Tying the bow
rope,
of the
okay.
ship to somewhere on the land. The lines look great, guys. With the contingency in place, the tugs start up again. And about an hour later, at 3:05 p.m., movement.
The bow began to shift.
Okay, that's definitely moving. This is it. It's
Definitely
working.
moving.
The
Definitely
ship
moving,
made a big
yeah.
noise as it accelerated from the bank. And at first, excitement and relief.
The bow was coming free. But uh-oh.
Remember that concern about the overswing? Well, it's happening.
Even more than they planned
Okay, the only
for.
source we found for this part of the story was Bloomberg, but they said that it happened and we wanted to build it. So this recreation is how we
Okay.
imagine it went. The 4 support ropes take strain. Then, snap. One of them breaks. Do you think it's going to hold? I think it's going to hold. Move those tugs out of the way.
Damn.
Snap. Another rope break.
Snap, another one.
Captain El Said. It's going to hold. Get your tug out of the way, but it's going to hold.
Snap.
It's gonna hold, but just in case, get out of there.
Get out of the way.
So
A
3
single
ropes
strand
actually broke.
is the
That's
only
crazy.
thing holding this ship from swinging all the way to the other bank and being stuck forever. Without even realizing, Canterville grabs El Said's hand and squeezes it tight.
It's gonna hold.
I love the little dramatic additions
mad
to it.
Passionate about this canal, and I ain't afraid of nothing. He said very cool backwardly.
The engines
Let's
shut
go!
off. All that could be heard is the squeak of tightening rope and the scream of torsioning metal.
Sacre.
He's like, I'm cool.
Said Abdullah.
But it is slowing down. It comes to a halt.
They did
The
it.
final rope held.
They really did it.
Da-da.
And the Ever Given rested easy in the middle of the canal.
Al Sayed turns to Canthaville. Power up the engines. Let's get your ship moving again. I'm on it, says Canthaville. All of the tugboats start honking their horns in celebration.
Cheers can be heard from the main dredger, the Mashour. In fact, they filmed this celebratory video.
Aww.
You heard them right, Mr. President. We did it. We did it. It's free.
Now time to get it stuck in another
All in a day's
bank.
The president takes his finger off the nuke button. Pack it up, boys.
No more nuking. So many people having to come together to get that ship unstuck,
that
man.
Really must
So
have
many
made a
days.
difference. Oh.
The poor crab!
Everybody hated
No!
that crab. We did it, Gene. We did it. Gene? Where are you? Captain, who are you talking to? Gene! Captain, there's no Gene on board. Wait a minute.
Wow. Oh my god.
It's impossible. Gene, wait. Thank you. I'll always remember you.
Oh my
Catherine.
god.
And so the canal was clear once again, and...
Peak.
Chop. You still got work to do.
The canal
By
was,
8 p.m.,
was
the
done.
workday
No
had not finished
celebration.
for the Suez Canal Authority. There's still a backlog of 400 ships waiting to go through the canal.
400?
So Rabbi stands in front of microphones and says,
Jesus Christ,
the canal
man.
will be operating around the clock until the queue is cleared. And within a few days, it returned to normal. It was a
Holy
big
shit.
accomplishment. Many industry experts thought it would take several months to free the Ever Given. But the crisis was resolved within a mere week. Prepare the sarcophagus for the doubters. Even Egypt's president came out and said, "Good job, everybody. You know what?
Good job,
Pizza lunch."
everyone. Oh,
And the Suez
now I'm
Canal
hungry.
Authority held a ceremony in honor of the
Fuck.
workers who helped to free the ship. And they also made this monument, which you can see on Google Maps.
Wait, they made a monument? Why?
But the story doesn't end here. A quick note on the helmsman's penis. Now you, me, and everyone in the press saw that VDR data.
Giggity.
Penismanöver genutzt.
But despite how realistic and to scale it was not deliberate. Yes, sheer coincidence. If you watch the VDR data, he really is just dodging the ships, and that's the shape that the path took.
That's so
So we
funny,
didn't get in any
man.
trouble.
That is so funny.
Oh, all right, I suppose one more smaller detail. Now that the Ever Given is free, what's going to happen to it? And what's going to happen to the crew? Well, the Ever
Indeed.
Given was tugged over to Great Bitter Lake, where they determined that the ship was seaworthy and not in any urgent need of repair. But it's
Okay.
also going to be impounded.
What?
Oh no. Hey, there's, police boats outside.
Okay.
Why? What did you do? This ship and its crew is now subject to the indefinite detention by the authority of the Egyptian government. Until you pay us,
Oh
the
my
Ever Given
God.
may not leave, says the Suez Canal Authority.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we will be holding on to the Ever Given. It's our view that there was no wrongdoing on the part of the Suez Canal Authority, or its two pilots.
Oh
and it was
my
all
God.
the crew of the Ever Given. So their ship will be held until the parent company agrees to rightfully pay us for all of the costs incurred.
What the fuck?
Ruh-roh.
Now here's where things get very complicated, and there
Jesus
is a
Christ,
lot of
man.
legal mumbo-jumbo. But the crux is this. The Suez Canal Authority says, "Dear Ever Given owners, you owe us $900 million.
Jesus
and
Christ,
Shoei
man.
Kaisha says, "No way. How many yen is that? No way." So by April 13th, some of the crew was allowed to leave, but a lot of them have to stay. And there's a certain nervousness in the air. Large legal battles can go on for a while, and there was already a bad example of this just a few dozen kilometers away. The MV Aman.
Hey, we're back there now. We're back
The MV
here.
Aman is a much smaller vessel, and it has been abandoned for years, detained by the Egyptian government in 2017 for expired safety equipment.
What?
Now, they were told to replace the equipment and pay a fine. However, there was no one to replace the safety equipment or to pay the fine because the shipping company went broke.
What?
So they just abandoned the vessel. There was no way for the legal situation to advance. And that meant that there was no way for the ship to be released. Most of the crew had to stay on the ship. And
Are
they
you
would keep them
kidding
there
me?
for more than a little while. 13 months before a judge finally decided, all right, look, just leave the keys with one guy. We'll call him the custodian, and everybody else can go.
Bro,
now, that
that's
custodian was a
crazy.
Syrian man named Muhammad Aisha. Look, he's holding the keys. He's holding the keys. You have to stay on the ship now. Everybody else got
Seriously?
to leave, but he had to stay.
That poor
On top of
fucking
the 13 months he'd
guy.
already been there, he spent the next 3 years aboard
Oh
the
my
ship.
god.
Quickly, the ship ran out of fuel, which meant it ran out of power, which meant it ran out of running water.
Oh my god.
No refrigeration either. Food ran out. Every few days, Mr. Aisha would be allowed to swim onto the shore to get food, water, charge his phone, but he was only permitted for about 2 hours until they would tell him to scoot.
Bro, what the
Until
actual
they would tell
fuck?
him to scoot.
He wasn't freed until April 2021. He was stuck on there. He was still stuck on it when the Ever Given was impounded. That's
Would this be the
horrible,
same
dude.
fate for the Ever Given crew? They did not know. But we do, so let me tell you. A few more weeks passed, and the negotiations continued.
That's such
you
a
guys
horrible
had those two
thing,
bickering
man.
pilots. Yeah, but the captain's always in charge.
The SE claimed 300 million in reputational damage, 350 million for salvage costs, 80 million in lost revenue.
So who didn't arrange for tugboats while we were going through the canal? Oh,
A
that was
man
you guys.
died?
Who did
Wait,
the
what?
tugboats while we were going through the canal?
During the
that was
recovery
you guys.
effort.
Who did you? I'm going to put 20,000 containers on one of the largest ships in the world and go double the speed limit, then complain about tugboats. But eventually, they all got together in a big room. And they went, I'm sorry about all those things I said and those emails I sent. I didn't mean it. I was tough on you as well. They embraced. They made amends. They made love.
They did not
And they
make love.
agreed, all right, you can keep using the canal, but sometimes we get to go fishing on the boat. That's fair. That's tough, but that's fair.
So they never disclosed how much they actually ended up paying in this legal settlement. Damn.
They shook on it. It was
I
an
know,
Egyptian
Midnight. It's kind of
handshake,
crazy.
where they do the thing with the elbow. There was a
This happened for real. Yeah.
The story sucks. By September, the crew was allowed to return home. They only got MV Aman a little bit.
Jesus
and
Christ.
that guy on the MV Aman, he got to go home too. Why not? Get out of here, you scamp.
Jesus. That's insane, man. I think the worst part or the most crazy part of the story wasn't even related to the Ever Given. It was related to the other ship. That's insane. And the crew of the Ever Given had to stay there from like April to September as well.
The
Holy
Ever Given
shit.
made its delivery to Rotterdam. They did it! All the cargo is here! Although, it
The
wouldn't
part
have
that's still
jacked.
working well.
1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Canterville continued his career in shipping. It wasn't the end. Maybe just one more for the road?
The company didn't exist anymore, Etsute. So no, he wasn't.
It's a great time to be a cargo ship
Penis
captain.
drawing, let's
I
go!
can tell you that much. Al Said returned the Lunexicon
So did they,
back to the
did the crew just go back to working
Thank
there? Did they not get
old
punished or
friend.
anything?
And the Ever Given had some minor repairs done to the bow over in Qingdao Port in China. And then she was ready to set sail again.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, bum, bum.
The Ever Given was
This was a cool
released
story,
back into the
though.
wild. It sailed into the sunset.
It
Ever since then,
sailed
global
away.
trade has improved.
Uh-huh.
Prices have gone down.
Uh-huh.
The
No, they
economy
haven't.
flourished once again. Food returned to the
The
supermarket.
prices are still high.
Mothers clutched their babes. A litter of puppies.
A litter of puppies!
And
Aww.
peace was finally restored to the Middle East. Forever.
The prices have gone down. They went from 60 to 80. Yeah, gone down, alright. We're just sitting upside down somehow. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Peace was restored, alright. It aged. The video's 2 days old, guys. It doesn't have time to age yet. Look at us, August 5th. YouTube, if you made it to the very, very end of this video, which is a very long video, I do commend you and I appreciate you for giving me that sweet, sweet watch time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying the video with us. And leave a comment. The word of the day is chips. If you have nothing to say, nothing to comment, just comment chips. I appreciate you being here. Until next time, and let me know what other video you would like me to watch. I will most likely be in Japan by the time I get to the videos that you guys are recommending, but yeah, I will do my best. Ba-bam-bam, ba-dam, ba-ba-ba-ba-bam, ba-da-da-da, dun-da-da-da.